Hello guys, welcome back to another daily. This one was sent in by the Jarvan. I'm not going to pronounce the name because, yeah. And it's a Mordekaiser top. This guy. Do not like the Mordekaiser top at all. I like the brand mid though, not with the Doran's Ring start, however. Probably wouldn't be ideal. And Mordekaiser top is actually playing without armor runes. And the amount of times I see people at... This is like... I'm not sure of the ELO, but I'll put it in the title anyway. But the amount of times I see people with just bad rune setups and buying the wrong items at lower elos, it just makes me think you have such a big advantage when you're using the right runes and things like that. Ryan probably could have just got a free auto attack onto Ari there, just completely free. But Ari has not started with the Doran's Ring. But yeah, the amount of times I see people with the wrong rune setups and the wrong buying the wrong items and things like that, just like Janna doesn't even have armor runes. She would be a one-shot for any kill lane. Caitlyn only +4 armor, pretty much a one-shot as well. Well, maybe not with the Doran's Blade, but should be easily harassed. See, Ashe has the right rune setup, just quite a bit of armor. Probably not as much magic resist as I would go. But yeah. Mordekaiser versus Yorick. I guess Yorick could probably win that early until Mordekaiser started to get some items and things like that, and then he'd just be able to push the wave easily. But you can't play Mordekaiser top anyway. Any decent early like top laner will just shut him down completely. Like all Yorick has to do is buy a bunch of mana regen, and he'll just fuck Mordekaiser over pretty much. And Ari vs Brand. Ari just has the distinct advantage there, quite easily. And what he should do, yeah, that was perfect. Yeah, that's the best thing when you're gonna. He probably didn't need flash there, but when you're gonna play Jarvan jungle, that's the best thing to do is go run up behind them, hit them, auto hit them and stuff. Activate your W for the slow, if you've got it, which you should. And then wait until they flash away, and then EQ. Like I saw Dedrion play. I'd love to find the replay of this, if anyone knows the replay of it. It was in some important tournament or qualifier. I think it was either for DreamHack or Warsaw. The two lands, you know, the two DreamHack's already gone, but Warsaw's coming up soon. But yeah, it's for one of those two. And Dedrion played Jarvan jungle, and it was amazing play. I just really liked the just the way he ganked everywhere perfectly, and he never missed a Jarvan combo, and like. He did exactly what I said. He auto-attacked a little bit and then went in. But yeah, that doesn't really matter too much. Like, if I was Jarvan, I'd be happy now because you just get a free kill. And he should probably just like push this wave as quick as he can. Like, he should stop fucking around now and push the wave. That's what he should do right now. Obviously, he's going to do something else weird. But yeah. Caitlyn Janna probably has a bit of advantage early against this Ashe new lane. It's just starting with Doran's Blade is just so wrong and bad. Greedy Mordekaiser just staying in lane until Nautilus came to gank him. Starting with Cloth Armor on Nautilus is not good at all. You just want to beast around ganking everyone with your boots. Movement speed being super fast. Yeah. It still amazes me, though, that there's still people who don't understand the importance of boots. And Ari's actually rushed a Blasting Wand. Not got on any Dorans. Like, right now, Brand has slightly less AP. Like, it won't make much difference. And he only has 100 more health. How does that work? Ari's a level higher than him. Either way. I think you're asking for death if you're not taking Magic Resist runes against Ahri. Unless you're going to build first item Abyssal. Which probably wouldn't be such a bad idea on brand against Ahri, as most of her stuff is short-ish range. And he can sort of get in a little bit closer and try and dodge stuff. But Jarvan is now... I guess he's just sort of biding his time until his buffs come back up, which is good. But this Mordekaiser needs to place his ward. What's the point in having that ward? He might as well have not bought the ward if he's not going to place it. It's lucky to survive then. See, that's what I mean. Perfect Jarvan play. He was basically just waiting. It was unfortunate Janna got the kill. He was waiting. That's perfect. Really good play there. Like, he was waiting until Caitlyn used a flash, and he didn't freak out and just do his combo straight away because he wouldn't have got the kill if he did that. And he used his W to slow, and Janna did a slow as well. So, yeah, that was really good play then. Sorry for moving this up and down, but it doesn't really matter for what we're doing. Can't imagine playing like this, but watching it's fine. I wonder if people would prefer to watch it like this. Gives better overview, maybe. I don't know. And Ahri's going balls deep. Yeah, Jarvan just... Oh, Brand actually got the kill, so it wasn't that bad. Jarvan just seems to be in the right place at the right time, which is a good sign of a good jungler. Probably needs to go and help top there, I don't know. He's just... Oh, he's actually 10 CS ahead, so... I guess not. Wonder why he's going back here. Just wants to... make it safe, I guess. Does Caitlyn not realise Nautilus is there? That is just very poor map awareness from Caitlyn there. It's just all it is, really. She might not even die. No, she'll die. Because she stopped to get in exhaust range. It's quite pointless. I think she would have escaped then if she didn't just stop and place the trap. Because as soon as she stopped, I think it must have been Nunu exhausted her. Nunu probably could have exhausted her earlier. But yeah, she wasted her... basically wasted her death. A life then. Completely pointless death. Just from poor play. All Janna needs to do really is sit in XP range, like, should be easy. It's the most important thing if you're 2v1, to be in XP range. But yeah, this Mordekaiser is getting quite raped. But there's not much he can do, I guess. Mordekaiser vs Yorick, you're not really going to be able to do anything until you get Spell Vamp. Well, he's got Spell Vamp now, but even then. Jarvan should be able to gank for him anyway. I'm sure he'll go and gank top soonish. It would make sense to go now. 10 seconds till his ult. Does he have a ward? He has one in his inventory. See, the thing going around like that, you might as well have just gone up through this way, because if he saw you, it wouldn't have made a difference. Where is he? There he is. Mordekaiser's just farming his lane though, so... didn't really react there. I suppose he was quite low though, it would have just been one thing and he would have died. Although I think Jarvan should fancy his chances there. Should be able to burst Yorick quite easily. Yep. The power of the Jarman. Shining right through. Just owning everyone's face. Oh, he actually got the ghost. What the hell? He got the ghost of the ghost? That's awesome. I never knew you could do that. That's quite interesting. And Nautilus has a strange build. He's just like bought the cloth armor and then he's just going straight into Philos after that, I suppose. Just cloth armor to reduce damage from jungle. But yeah, Jarvan's doing really well so far in this game. He's basically carrying his team on his back. He's been a part of every kill so far that's been on the map. And what has Nautilus got? been part of 2 kills for the 3 of the enemy team. And Ari already has 3 kills, so that's going to be difficult to deal with later on. That's the only thing about playing heroes like Jarvan in the jungle and things like that. It's hard to like. That's why people play things like Jarvan, Aurelia, Akali, top, because you need to get farm and have the big level advantage and be really, really strong to be able to kill their AD carry. Because that's the main job of those characters. Jarvan's an assassin. He may not look like an assassin, like Akali or Talon or something like that, because he looks like a big tanky man. But he's actually an assassin. His job, he is not very good at defending, really. He's like good at dunking squishy targets. That's why they call him Dunk Master or whatever. Because he just 100 to nils squishy targets like really, really quickly. That's why I think trying some sort of build out with Jarvan jungle with like Brutalizer maybe would be quite good to do. But people seem to build him supporty and buy like Heart of Gold and stuff on him, which is not. I just never like to build characters like that. I don't know if it's because I play AD, but I just love to build characters like just with early, just take advantage of the early game. And he didn't count her stacks on the ultimate, but it's not too much of a loss. I mean, you can easily keep count of it if you just think, you know, she has flash and 3 jumps, so you need to make her jump away 4 times before using your ultimate, which can be quite difficult because you only have EQ and then your ultimate to make him do that. So I've got blocked by the creeps there, I guess. Didn't even auto hit him once, not less. But Janna's getting all the kills. 2-0 Janna. Not ideal. They seem to be winning quite hard now, like 80 to 60. I really don't like Caitlyn though. She's just like, if you don't get completely outfarmed in lane, like, and get killed in lane and stuff like that, then most other AD carries are just better than her after that. Like, after the laning phase, say 20 minutes in, you do your first couple team fights. Depending on how well you've done in the laning phase, depends on how well you do in the team fights. Obviously, you can do really well in the team fights, in the laning phase, and then fuck up the team fights just because you did bad mistakes. But just compare, like, it's the same as Tristana. You put all your points into W and E, and your auto attacks aren't going to be doing that much. Unless you've got fed. But say Kog'Maw, who's built a Phantom Dancer first item, for example, will do. That was a horrible Janna Q there. Shouldn't have had to use heal. But say Kog'Maw, who's built Phantom Dancer first item, and he's got it by say 20 minutes, which isn't. Maybe it's a bit late. Maybe like 16, 17 minutes. He's got it. That would be doing a hell of a lot more damage than Caitlyn or Tristana would, unless they got fed. That's the only really way. Like, you play Caitlyn and Tristana on the premises that you're going to most likely get fed. Because Caitlyn has nothing that complements her auto attacks apart from her passive, which isn't that strong, really. It's not that good. And most of her damage comes from, you know, the Q and the ulti, and you know the early game auto attacks. There's a difference between like mid game auto attacks and early game auto attacks. Like, if you just have a hell of a lot of damage, you're not going to do that much. You're not going to do that much damage to someone who has a hell of a lot of armor, you know, unless you have armor pen, basically. So that's why you need the crit, because the crit sort of subsides the armor a little bit as well. That's why generally Infinity Edge does a lot more damage, just because of the crit. That's all it is. Brand's rushing Rylai's. I guess some people do that. I'm not really like an expert on Brand or anything. That's just such an easy kill. Like, Yorick just flashed really prematurely there, and Jarvan could just. If I was Jarvan, I'd go and place my Wriggles right here. But often people buy Wriggles and forget to place it. It's just a complete waste of money, like this ward as well. Maybe he's going to place it here, though. Yeah. But I would have placed one here and one here. That would have given a lot of vision. Brandon's doing okay, sort of. He's keeping up with his farm. He's got a good farm. It's fine. Caitlyn got a BF. Caitlyn always seems to be pushing towards this tower. Not sure why Ash sort of lets it happen. It's just not knowing how to deal with Caitlyn's harass, I guess. Like, Ash should have bought a lifesteal scepter by now, because that's how you deal with Caitlyn's harass. You can't buy Wriggles on Ash. Like, in no case can you buy Wriggles on Ash, ever. No way. But you need to get the Vamp Scepter, definitely. Vamp Scepter is your best friend, Wriggles is your worst enemy. So that sort of middle ground between buying damage and buying stuff to help you in lane. You need to find that perfect middle ground, depending on the champion you're playing. Like, okay, so Nautilus has managed to come behind here. He's stupid for waiting like that. But he's managed to come behind here because mid and jungle have not placed any wards here. Which is a terrible mistake. Like, it's not really bottom's fault for getting killed here. It's pretty much mid and jungle's fault. But, you know, they did a good job of only Janna dying, so it's not as bad as it could have been. But yeah, that's pretty much mid and jungle's fault. You can't really do anything. As a support, if you're playing it like... If you know your mid and jungle aren't going to ward here, then you should go and ward there. So you can't just blame your mid and jungle and say you're going to lose the game 100% because of them, because you can ward here as well. Nothing to stop you from doing it. Ari kind of pussied out there a bit. She doesn't have ulti now, but the only problem is Jarvan without mana. Just any character without mana is just completely pointless. Aside from just complete auto attack champions, I guess. And Mordekaiser, because he doesn't have mana. But what was I saying before? I can't remember. Anyway, let me check the top CS. 86 Mordekaiser to 79 Yorick. You'd think Yorick could be a bit ahead of him. Yorick seems to be doing too much on denying Mordy, to me. Just wish there was a proper replay client for this game. It'd be so good. Caitlyn, I hope, is rushing Infinity Edge, not going Bloodthirster. I remember when I first started playing bot lane, I'd play Caitlyn, and I'd rush Bloodthirster as quick as I could. So funny. Worked, but yeah. Just because... Like, back then, Infinity Edge was still better than Bloodthirster. I just didn't know what else to buy. And I always feel like shooting arrows like that into mid are just pointless. They're just such a waste of time. Like, then you don't have, for 60 seconds, 60, 70 seconds, you don't have arrow on bot lane to go get a kill. Before. Like, they probably would have escaped from Nautilus if Ash didn't have arrow as well. When he came through here. But this ward is unnecessary in this bush here, because if you have this area warded, then you don't need that area warded, because you know they can't possibly be here unless they came. So, like, you just need one in Dragon and one here. And then you know they can't possibly come down. You know, it's very, very unlikely they'll come down. And Ash doesn't have a kill still. She's 40 farm behind. But I don't think Ari used ult. I mean, I don't think she has ult. Oh, she does. But she died anyway. See, Ari could have gotten away from that if she ulted before. But, you know, it's hard to make decisions like... You don't want to waste ult. But you also don't want to... Mordekaiser has teleport? What? Oh my god. Is he going Sheen? Really? Yikes. But, yeah. You don't want to, like... It's like you don't want to waste ult, and you don't want to, you don't want to die. So, you need to make the perfect balance between that. Like, ideally, you should always be ulting when you're going to die, and never be ulting when you're not going to die. So, just getting that in the middle of that bar, imaginary bar, is where you want to be. And I guess they're just going mid now. It's always good to just, after you've killed the bottom tower on bot lane, to just rush mid and just constantly apply pressure. There's nothing wrong with that at all. Some mid players will just complain and be like, oh, why are you taking my CS? But that's because they don't care about, like, the team or anything. They just care about their CS, which is wrong. And that was such a close arrow. So incredibly close. Like, Janna needs to ult before she gets CC'd. That's the whole point of the ult. So you don't get fucked. You need to do it before all that stuff happens. Wow, that was a really nice hook, but quite pointless. Here comes a dunk. Here comes a dunk. Oh, maybe not. Yep. So easy to avoid his ult. When Brand like came out around that time, people just wouldn't. It takes time for people to adapt to new sort of features like Brand's ult going around between people, and it just took people so long to realise that they need to not group up when Brand's doing his ult like that. And he used to be. I remember for a period where I played mid in Season 1, I used to pretty much exclusively only play Annie and Brand, pretty much. And that was like the two most common APs you would see in mid, and that sort of time, Annie and Brand. They were really good APs, that's why. Jarvan leaving his flash really late there. I'm surprised he didn't flash, like... I guess it was good that he didn't flash, because he didn't die, but I was surprised that he didn't. Brand was just stupid for staying in. Completely stupid. And so is Caitlyn. Just pointless, why be there? You're just gonna get killed, and now Janna's dead, because of Ash Arrow. It's a good Ash Arrow, though. It's definitely what they needed. But yeah, it's pretty much throw right now. But Jarvan's going Trinity Force, which is good dunk ability. Gives you quite a big chunk of damage. And Mordecai actually seems to be winning now, which is funny. Not sure how you can use as Yorick to Sheen Mordekaiser. Maybe because of his items. Probably should have gone a bit more mana regen. He's constantly out of mana. Like, Sheen gives you a bit of mana, but it's not like a big mana item, is it? Mordekai's just going to constantly push the wave like this. The reason why things like this happen, where people play a certain champion and play it in a certain way, like, you don't have to play the champion like that. You don't have to constantly push the wave with Mordekaiser. But Ari was there. Someone saw it. I guess they don't want to dive. This Ari seems like she wants to go for someone, though. But yeah, she just instant dies there. It's a pretty bad play from Ari. They can probably dive him. If they keep going, they can dive him. Like, he doesn't have any armor or anything, really. Just another nice knock-up. That was pretty much the reason they got that double kill, was because Ari was too cocky. It's pretty much the only reason. Mordekaiser gets so strong when he gets a ghost. It just becomes so beast. And, I mean, if he doesn't buy stupid items, he's 4-1, 140 CS. Pretty strong. He should be able to do something with that. I'm surprised Ari died so fast. She's got Rylai's Abyssal. It's quite a decent amount of, like, health and resist. This Caitlyn just keeps constantly getting caught. It's like he doesn't know what to do against Nautilus. And Brand as well. He's just in the middle of everyone. It's just horrific. Caitlyn needs to be there. Start pushing out the damage. Laying down trap, maybe. Not just standing still like that. Yeah, he needed to do the trap backwards a lot quicker than he did. Like, Yorick with Trinity Force, first item, it's really, really difficult for you to 1v1 him as an AD carry if he gets right next to you. But you need to have people protecting you as well, and that's like when Aurelia's rush Trinity Force, like, first item, all you need to do is for your whole team to focus down her, and she'll just die instantly. Like, Aurelia's pretty squishy. It's the same with Yorick or any other champion like that. Same with Jarvan, really, although a lot of his damage is quite instant, so... Yeah. But Brand has now finished his Rylai's. Ari's actually a whole Abyssal Scepter above of Brand, which is not good. But Mordekaiser's running around taking everyone's farm. I guess he's going for Rabadon's Lichbane. That's going to be his build. And Kate is going straight Infinity Edge, which is good. That's what I like to see. Although she probably should have it a little bit earlier than this. Guess having no kills doesn't help. Janna took like 2 kills from her in the lane, which is not ideal. Janna actually has 30 AP. What was that from? Runes? Has to be. Jarvan needs to get his ass there straight away. Well, I'm not sure who did that. But Morty actually ulted, did he ult Nunu? Yeah, he ulted Nunu. Just to get a ghost, I guess. Which isn't too bad, but I mean, you really want to get the ghost of like Ari or their AD, because Ari will give him like extra magic damage, and their AD will just be auto-attacking constantly, giving, you know, just general AD carry damage, like having another AD carry. But the only problem with doing that is that it doesn't position, like, it doesn't position for you, the ghost AD carry, so all the enemy team needs to do is, like, focus it really quickly. Like, it may seem weird to focus a ghost down really quickly, but it's better than leaving it there just auto-attacking all the time. But Jarvan should be able to get Trinity Force when he goes back now, which will be very strong. It'll assist him greatly in trying to one-shot Ashe, which he should be able to do. Once he's got Trinity Force after this, he should be able to one-shot Ashe, basically. And they should get this Baron. I see no reason why they can't. Very handy to have. That's close. Jarvan could have died, maybe. Possibly not. But Bran needs to get some damage. He needs to get Death Cap right now. Otherwise, he's going to stop doing damage for his team. And that's like... If he bought Abyssal and DFG now, he would just be pointless. He wouldn't be doing enough damage. Which I see a lot of brands build stupid things like that. He's asking what to buy. You shouldn't ask your team generally what to buy. It just takes confidence down. See, Jarvan has the right idea, Death Cap. That's what I would buy. He's got Rylai's already, but yeah. Anyway. Caitlyn just... This Caitlyn is just playing awfully. She's just playing really, really bad. Just rushing in like that. It's just not good at all. I don't know. I feel like they could still win a fight if they manage to... But Mordekaiser's just instantly dying. Yeah. That was fairly nice brand ult, I guess. Like, I don't know why Ashe isn't there still. She had so much time to come. But she's just nowhere to be seen. It's just that Trinity Force Jarvan has as well. It's just providing so much damage for him. And he's fairly tanky as well. He's got 170 armor, like, and, you know, 80 magic resist isn't too bad either. But Ashe was, I'm not sure what she was doing, just derping around for a while. But Caitlyn, not the best positioning. Can't really be getting caught by Nautilus like that. I'm not sure what Ashe is actually doing. Where is she going? It's completely random. What is that? Suicide or what? No idea. Very, very strange. But I guess Jarvan's going to go for this. I mean, it would make sense. They have an Ashe. Really good item against Ashe. Perfect. So Jarvan's just like so strong. 709. It's really, 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 really strong. It's actually only like 15 CS off having what Ashe has. And when Brand completes Death Cap, I see no way they'll be able to lose a team fight. Unless Caitlyn does what she's doing again, like, I don't know, it's just a sign maybe of not playing much AD carry. Or not playing much for Nautilus. Nautilus looks like he wants to go top and push it out. There isn't many offensive wards from Jarvan's team. They should probably have a few more, wards like that. Maybe even here, or maybe even here, around the red. Those are really nice wards to have when you're winning. Gives you a strong advantage. I've seen things where Caitlyn's tried to do ulti like that, and people have actually not moved out of the way. I mean, they've actually moved out of the way. Sort of both people panicking to make sure they line up and then not actually lining up, and then the ultimate just hitting whoever it was targeted at. But Caitlyn needs that Phantom Dancer really soon. See, she just constantly gets caught out of position like that. She's just on half health for no reason. Just don't understand some of the decisions she's making. Oh, so Nautilus is waiting in that bush. Nautilus is kind of like really trying to carry the carry their team, and wow, they just didn't have any damage to take down Morty there. Jarvan was kind of by himself. He didn't even activate his randomins though, so he was kind of just by himself there, getting teamed up on by 4 people basically, which sucks. But Caitlyn is kind of losing the game for his team right now. I mean, it can still go either way now. It's still pretty even. Not sure what the gold's like, but I would imagine the gold is even because the CS isn't that far ahead, like away from each other. So, but it could go either way. Like the next, judging by the bar of the game, the next team fight will probably decide who wins. And yeah, Mordekaiser actually took a lot of damage before anything even happened there. And Caitlyn was already 40% before that fight even broke out, so they just need a proper engage where they all go in together. But Ashe has no flash now, and Jarvan has his ult in 15 seconds, so just horrible to play an AD like Ashe against the Jarvan when you don't have an escape and you don't have flash up. It's just so horrible. You need to literally prevent fighting until you have that up. And yeah, the power of Brand's ultimate. That was a good combo onto Ashe there. He needs to activate his randomins though. That's a good, nice flash out, but he never really... I've noticed he's never really using the activatable on his randomins, and it's a common mistake people make. You just sort of need to get in the habit of doing it. And Brand constantly does random things like that. I've noticed this whole game, just randomly going in like that. Pointlessly. Just makes no sense. Jarvan was so low health, he couldn't go in. That's why he backed off like that. That is a strong damage Morty build. And yeah, Brand is just sort of blaming his team when it was pretty much his fault. All you need to do is constantly look at the map, and see your teammates' intentions. Like, they did actually ping on him to go back as well, I'm pretty sure, so just listen to the pings, and if you're unsure whether to go in to dive or something like that or not, listen to the pings, look at the sort of body language, I guess, of your teammates. It's the main things you need to look out for. And of course what they're typing. Nunu's now going for his 35-minute Rod of Ages. Probably the best item you can get at 35 minutes. Ashe has got a IE Phantom Dancer now. He's going to be doing quite a lot of damage to Jarvan, like even with... He has a fair amount of armor, but still, even with that. Oh wow, that ult. But Caitlyn's just constantly getting, like... She doesn't seem to be able to do damage because she's getting caught all the time, basically, just from what I've seen. which is a shame. She's like 1 for 6 now. She's got the same items as Ashe, just from farm, and the Baron they got. But I don't know how you can how he's managing to miss position so badly on such a long range carry like Caitlyn. It just doesn't make sense. He really has. Yeah, it's the Void Staff he needs to do damage to Nautilus, but Ari actually has no mana here. Wow, they could quite die, but I think Nautilus used his shield then. So, yeah, sucks for Brand. If only he had his ultimate then, would have been amazing. Straight up double kill. What is Jarvan building with that? Not sure what he's, but maybe just buying the Negatron to get some magic resist and building this into something else, like maybe Hex Shrinker. Don't know. But the main amount of damage is probably from Ari, I guess. Yorick does a little bit. Ashe does a bit. But it's mostly from Ari. That's the problem if you don't have a team that's good with good amount of CC. Like they don't have a good team. They don't have a good team with reliable CC. Like reliable CC is like Urgot, Taric, Nautilus. I guess it's quite reliable. He probably should have gone then. Probably should have EQ'd then. He probably could have got a lot of damage off onto Nautilus. And let's just watch Caitlyn this fight. Actually, it's probably. I'll zoom in a little bit and we can sort of just watch Caitlyn, see what she does. She's trying to sort of stay away. One of them two could quite easily get arrowed there. But we'll just constantly watch Caitlyn and see what she does. She seems to be the main fault in the team fights, so. And it looks like we're coming up to the final team fight. Ari has a lot of AP. You know, that was a fair Brand ult, actually. If I was Jarvan, I would have gone straight onto Ashe there. But Caitlyn needs to get in there. No, she's doing fine now. Janna's doing a good job of actually protecting Caitlyn here. And she's just kiting down Yorick. But she could just kill Ashe as well. Like, that's a good thing to do, is kite out of Nunu's E range. And Ashe should just not be going up for Caitlyn there. Like, there's no way she's going to win that fight. And I'm guessing Caitlyn can just finish it here. So, all throughout the game I've been ragging on Caitlyn for team fights. But in this last team fight, she pulls out the stops and basically just rapes their entire team. Like, if you saw percentage damage of who did the most damage to the enemy team, it probably would have been Caitlyn and then Brand, who did the most damage. Because Brand's ultimate actually wrecked through everyone, and his W wrecked through everyone and everything, so yeah. And I hope you enjoyed this daily, guys, and please remember to subscribe if you aren't already, which most of you will be, if you like this.